Okay, welcome back to the Sun Journal of Editorials. My name is Tony Ronzio. Today is Wednesday, September 16th, and we're going to talk today about the editorial for Thursday, September 17th, which is also my dad's birthday, so I have to say happy birthday, Dad, because he watches these things. We're going to talk about czars. And if you have been paying attention to the news the last couple of weeks, it's all about how many czars there are in the Obama administration. And essentially what these are just political appointees to oversee special departments inside the White House. There's a faith-based czar, there's a drug czar, and stuff like that. The Obama administration has a lot of these czars, about 30 or so of them, and it's drawn the attention of some Republican senators, Susan Collins among them, who've written a letter to the president saying, you know, having these czars, which are appointed outside of congressional oversight, looks like a centralized authority, you know, inside the White House, and not a lot of accountability, checks and balances. She's right, but you know, she's right on that. But the overarching issue here is the fact that it's time to get rid of czars as a whole from any mention in American government, and for three pretty good reasons. One, czars are Russian kings. Most of the people who are known as czars in our American government are neither Russian nor kings. It doesn't work. Two, having a czar, which is a monarch, which is a centralized authority, completely goes against American principles of government, which were built to make sure that power cannot be consolidated in any one source. Three, czars were first introduced in American government in the mid-1980s under the Reagan administration to combat the war on drugs. We got a drug czar. Drugs were really bad, still are really bad, but drugs at that point as a public policy issue were really terrible, and they needed a big problem, needed a big solution. So we got a czar to combat the war on drugs. Well, the new drug czar in the White House wants to get away from using the war on drugs, doesn't want to talk about the war on drugs, doesn't want to, that whole analogy he said is counterproductive, and he wants it banished. So if we don't have a war on drugs, we don't need a czar. So the era of the czars is over. It was over in Russia in 1918. It should be over in America in 2009. Let's just get away from it. Anyway, that's the editorial for September 17th. If you want to reach us at the Sun Journal, sunjournal.com, facebook.com/sunjournal, twitter.com/sunjournal, youtube.com/sunjournal. And if you want to email me, editorialboard@sunjournal.com. And happy birthday, Dad, and we'll see everybody else later in the week. Thanks.